like Michael, Ocho, Cinco. I don't wanna talk or think so.
I know that sample.
Even I don't. And I was there.
Oh, yeah, I know that sample.
Yeah.
Is it Alexandra O'Neill or some shit like that?
I got a late text, or I came through with latex. Yeah. She said I'm on time, but my crap with the latest. I'm kinda vexed that I waited. I did a date outdated. I knew you but never stated. I'm the one like Neo in the Matrix. I'm the one like Platini in the 80s. Yeah, I'm real like that. Honestly, dog, see, I'm built like that.
Yeah.
I might break a heart, babe, feel right back. But I'll
Alright
kiss my
then.
rose, you ain't still like that. Got the thing confused, I don't feel like that. Couple ice cubes, you ain't chill like that. I might get my weed cause I'm ill like that.
No,
That's hard. That's hard.
God.
Who produced that?
TJ.
Is it, yeah?
It's mad. We just don't know what to do for the hook, so I might just leave it.
Is it? Yeah, that sample is familiar.
Gal can't steal my heart, not a surgeon. I'm a cold not a burden. I drop my kids in your carpet, that's Persian. Then she rolls my spliff in a jiff, detergent. Tells me that I look different in person and starts demanding a dick like it's urgent. You look good from that distance. We get close, I go missing. Ain't night talk, I don't listen. Late night, I start kissing. 2 Chainz ting, I'm so different. 2 twos with the snakes and the girls, I can see you all hissing.
So that's that tune. That's the first one we released. We're releasing that in March.
Oh, is it, yeah? That's hard. Let me see if I can find it. No, it's not this.
Oh, you were trying to find the sample?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to ask you.
I feel like I know it.
We got... Yeah, sample in the block party.
So how's the man then? Oh, no, I need to charge.
I've got to charge it.
Huh? What's that?
Plug that onto the back of your phone.
Is that good though?
Yes.
But you know, I sometimes always like to... I like to pick up my phone.
Bro, you'll be able to pick it up. Don't worry. What's that magnet on your case?
I don't even know, you know.
Yeah, it's maybe crazy.
I'll do it when I do it, innit? Yeah. What was I gonna say? Okay, so firstly, I've done the full month. I can eat crisps and chocolate now and burgers, and that's what I'm on.
Oh, so you've done a whole month of
whole month, bro. No, like the closest thing that I got to junk was Nando's, and which I don't consider as junk.
Nah, it's grilled.
And sweet potato fries.
Nah.
And I don't classify that as, you get what I'm saying?
Because it's sweet.
I never had and I'm a chips man. Huh?
My excuse for that was rubbish, but go on.
I'm a chips man. I'm a burgers guy.
Yeah.
I had no burgers, no chips, no crisps, no sweets, no chocolate. All I drank was water.
What?
That was the only thing I drank, water. The only thing that I had outside of water, which is still water, is apple cider vinegar. I put that in my water every morning with lime and or a lemon. And that
Any
was
electrolytes?
Huh?
Any electrolytes?
Yeah, I would say that I had a bunch of electrolytes and that too.
Yeah, your thing's different. How do you feel?
All right, but I'm not gonna say that there's like a massive difference. But you know what it is? I don't do it for that.
Yeah,
Although I should, a part of it should be, but it's more discipline. I just need to know, okay, I got discipline over myself. I'm gonna say, for a month, I'm not gonna do this. And I'm gonna take away the things that I genuinely enjoy. Not stuff that like I wouldn't have anyway. I'm a genuine, like, I'm not, when I tell people this, they think I'm joking when I say this. I'm a burger man. Forget not McDonald's and that. No. I travel, bro.
For good burgers.
For a good burger. If I hear that there's a place that does a good burger. One time I went to what was it? I went somewhere far, bro, for a burger on a Saturday. Was it a Saturday? And it was closed. I travelled like nearly 2 hours.
See, that's commitment.
And it was closed. Commitment. Yeah, that's me.
Same with the buns, isn't it?
What did I travel to that time as well?
I'm gonna go get that dessert bun. They have these like freshly cooked.
Yeah, was it you that? Did you put me onto it, or did I put you onto it?
You put me onto it, and then I was late, and then you got there, and then.
Yeah, so we were supposed to go. I can't even remember what the full setup was. Yeah, it was like a dessert thing.
East London.
Yeah, and it's only on a weekend. That's what I thought anyway.
Yeah.
You thought it was on during the week.
Oh, I thought it was on during the week. Oh, so we was going during the week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that was it.
Only to find out it's only on the weekend.
Yeah.
But you know what, big man? That's more time when gal give you one weekend.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
forget that.
Yes, I've had nothing. I've had none of that stuff. Yeah, I had none of that stuff. Yesterday, I went to dinner. I went to a Vibes Cartel dinner and whatnot.
Don't rub it in. It's not cream.
But even then, it was like yesterday was the last day, and they was giving out free drinks and dessert and all this type of stuff. And I'm saying like, do you know what? It's like 2 hours to 12. Like I might as well.
Man. Yeah, and
Do you
Vibes
know
Cartel's
what?
here.
Huh?
And Vibes Cartel's there.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Bashi said no.
What?
He said no. You might just stay. Just like what's the point? Like wait until the time. You said you was gonna do it until this time. Like just finish it. Finish
Tell
it.
Bashi chill out. He's got his mobile.
I said, you know what? I said, you know what? I said, yeah, I'm gonna stick to it. But you know what I did when I went home? Because I got home after 12.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah,
No burgers, bare chocolate. I nearly overindulged. And this is the problem now. The thing that I'm worried about is that because I've been fiending it, well, actually, I got to a point where I was fiending it, then I weren't. Like it was just my everyday thing. It wasn't really that much of a thing for me. But getting closer to the time when I knew that I could eat certain things, I'm worried now that I'm going to overindulge. Because you know what I really want to do today? After this is what I genuinely really want to do. I want to go to Tommy's Burgers. I want to go and get Tommy's Burgers and chips. I want to get 2 burgers, to be honest with you, because their burgers are not big enough. So I want 2 of those. I want but what's the Krispy Kreme banoffee donut?
Oh yeah.
I want a couple of those joints.
Yeah.
And I want to eat some, what are they called? Is it Lindt? The chocolate Lindt.
The long red thing.
No, is it?
Hey, chill.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The long red thing.
Yeah.
Sorry. What's the long red and pause?
So-
I don't even know what's the long red and pause. Where's your brain
Sounds
gone?
like a donkey wood, isn't it?
Sounds like someone with bun.
That you guys are thinking about donkey with this.
Yeah, I wanna spaz out, bro. I'm fighting the urge to not actually spaz out. But then I said to myself, maybe I might spaz out. I'm gonna spaz out. That's gonna wear off anyway. What? I'm not gonna spaz out every day. I'll spaz out for a couple of days, minor. And if I find myself spazzing out for too long, Ramadan's coming up anyway. I'm not Muslim. I'll set myself a challenge then.
Serious?
Yeah.
I like people that can just do things like that. Like for me, I used to be like that all the time. One time when I was younger, I said to myself, I went to the doctors because I had that bad acne, and they were like, "Oh, in order for you to get rid of your acne, you're gonna have to have." These times I'm in college, they're like, "No sweets, no fast food." Chuckie, I didn't have fast food, fizzy drinks, also mum, sweets and all of that for 2-3 years. For 3 years, all I had was healthy foods. No McDonald's. And bear in mind, we're going to college, so everyone just goes KFC afterwards.
Yeah.
Big man, I was all bringing packed lunch, Greg's. My thing was different. So I had the discipline, but because I was doing coaching and football, I saw the benefits of not having all of those foods. And I genuinely didn't eat fast food, nothing. No fizzy drinks, nothing. I didn't have no alcohol, nothing. I felt great. But there's a reason I'm doing it.
Yeah.
They told me about my skin and I want to be healthy. If there's no justification behind it, but there's always justification behind it. But I just need to have the instant
you
justification.
need somebody to tell you, bro, you're going to need to do that because, boy, if you don't do it, it's mad.
It's mad. And then I'm like, what? No
like,
problem.
Okay, cool. Yeah, of course I could do that.
Because then I find it, like, for example, sometimes, you know, as people may know or may not know, pharmacists. But sometimes if I go to another country, I'm done. That's all right. I don't want it. But poet, no.
You don't want to? What about Jamaica? Different.
3 hours in.
Struggling.
1 hour in.
Maybe 1 hour in because you landed kind of late and you was already when you voice noted me, you was already in the.
Come on up, my Uber driver shot him. What's his name again? I'll find it and shout him out. Good man.
Yeah.
But he couldn't believe how lively I was. He's like, are they all like you in England? Everybody like this? I said, what? No, just me and a few others. He couldn't believe it. So, but I respect that though, discipline.
There's a couple of things I want to try still. I want to try. I'm gonna try one day. I don't know when, but I'm gonna try a period of fasting, and I'm gonna one day try a water fast. I'm gonna try that for like 2 days.
What's the water fast?
3 days.
Wait, when you do the water fast, it's just you drink water, no food, no nothing.
Nothing.
But how long?
I think the healthiest point is like 3 days.
Wow, what happens past that?
I don't know. It's techie, and I don't want to know really. But apparently, it's really, really, really good for your body. Like it really resets the whole thing.
You're supposed to fast, by the way.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
But
ain't that in biblical text?
No, you're meant to. Do you know what it is? I've had insomnia for 2 weeks now. So that just means you end up flickering through different things on Instagram. And if you know how much things I save in regards to fasting and why you should fast, My Lord, I didn't realise how important it was. Something about, I was watching one guy that was basically saying,
Do your cells and shit.
you're meant, it's not even, it's like you're meant to have like 1 or 2 meals a day. Because apparently there is some process that starts that can only happen, once a day or twice a day max.
Yeah.
So if you're having 4 meals, it will start the process tomorrow for what you did today or something like that. So I started reading up on that and I was like, oh my God.
Even eating and sleeping, you're supposed to eat, allow your food to digest, so that when you sleep you recover.
Yep.
But if you eat and then go straight to sleep,
That's not good.
You're still digesting as you're sleeping, so you don't recover, so you wake up even more tired.
But my only counteraction to that is, because that's obviously, I shouldn't say counteraction, because what you're saying is a scientific fact.
It was the counterfact.
But I'm saying,
man.
I'm saying, let's say, is it about the sleeping or the lack of activity? Let me land. Because if I eat and I just chill like this for 6 or 7 hours.
No, but surely.
But hear what I'm saying, though. Because if I'm sleeping, do you get what I'm saying? Like, if I eat and I sleep.
Because you being awake, I imagine the things that, for example, if you open up this building and it's available to everybody, or you close this building and it's available to nobody, there's 2 different procedures that go on. All the lights are on, the doors are all open, no one can be in, but it's a different procedure to it being off. So when you're awake, I imagine your body just functions a different way to it's when it's asleep.
So then what happens when you're... Because
this is ignorance, by the way, people. Don't go and do your
no,
comments.
you're making what you're saying is like you're talking from a place of common sense, so I understand that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is now, if I'm sleeping and I'm dreaming, I'm touching a road in my dream, innit? And I'm doing certain things in my dream. So while I'm doing certain things in my dream, I'm touching on certain emotions that maybe I may not necessarily know consciously, but subconsciously I'm touching these. I've just seen EA, I've seen Poe, whatever. It's mad, it's going off on the roof, there's bare things going on, I'm at Grime. So in that, surely my body's reacting to that while I'm sleeping. No, but if I'm not dreaming and I'm not doing nothing, then maybe my body's doing nothing. You ever wake up now? Have you ever woken up and your heart's racing mad fast?
100%.
You get what I'm saying? Certain things is happening. That's because of part of what's going on in your consciousness, innit?
I hear you, but that's also the reasons why so much man them on the net are doing foolishness. Forget about what you believe in. It's about what's right. And if we do what's right, we progress forward. And if you don't do what's right, you know what I'm saying? Look after your kids, man. So that's all it is for me. For me personally, if that's the information that's accurate, I don't want to argue with you.
No, I hear you, but you know what? In 10 years' time or 20 years' time, they might give you another piece of information. Because we're always getting different pieces of information.
That's one thing that's
true.
What
we know now, what we're being told today may not have been what was going on 1,000 years ago. But what was happening 1,000 years ago might be more right than what is happening today. What's happening today might be more right than what's happening yesterday.
Oh, Chuckie, you
so
know
what's right?
So what is right?
And what is wrong?
I'll tell you what's wrong. No one landed on the moon the first time.
I'll tell you that to pieces.
I've seen too much proof. I can't believe we all fell for that.
Oi.
No one, what's his name? Neil Armstrong.
Yeah, that's big. And I think even when you look at the footage now, it just looks hella dated. It just looks weird.
Brother, it's in a studio. It's in a studio.
Oi, by the way, I don't know enough about this, but I'm going to come back one day and I'm going to talk about it, yeah? But Candace Owens is unveiling some very serious stuff right now.
She was a... What?
Have you been seeing a little bit of that? Yes!
Was a brother!
Yes! Have you been seeing it? I was
tried to kill
because I know you'd probably be interested.
They tried to kill her.
Listen.
For land. I couldn't believe it.
She's unveiling. Is it the French president?
Yeah, Emmanuel Macron.
Yeah, is not born a woman.
His wife.
His wife
is not born. His wife is not born a woman. That's it.
Rumors.
Have you seen the pictures?
Listen, she's doing a whole documentary, yeah, and they're hours long. Not a documentary. I shouldn't say it's a documentary. She's just chatting. She's doing a pod, isn't it, really? But there's just episodes on it. But she's giving off a whole load of information that seems to be really interesting. Now, I've only watched, I'd say 3/4 of the introduction. I haven't watched the rest. And like some of it, if I'm being honest with you, it's a bit over my head, like, because it's just intellectually, some of it in a different space, and I'm trying to understand elements of it. But the way that she's unveiling it is very, very, very interesting.
It's peak. It's peak. To be honest with you, I'm on the fruits falling off the tree end of it. I don't know how to plant the seed. I didn't watch the tree grow. I don't even know where it stemmed from. I don't know any of that. I've just seen the evidence on the floor.
Yeah.
This guy was not. He's not a girl. He's a guy.
Yeah.
That's what I saw, and I said, "What?"
Yeah.
So I've done a little bit more research into it after that, and Candace Owens is going off on the roof.
Yeah.
So for me, just from what I've seen about Candace Owens, this doesn't necessarily have to be true, but from the way she attacks subjects when she knows it's true, I'm sorry,
She won't let it go. It's like when she knows it's true, looks and researches truth. And this is not to say this is always right, by the way. But I'm just saying you're right. Like in watching her, she will research something to the point where she's willing to bet her whole career,
everything, and she will.
And it's
go
like,
to
I want you to tell me that I'm wrong.
Bro.
I'm saying all of this, but I need you to just tell me that I'm wrong and give me some facts.
That's all. Do you know, to be honest with you, yeah, when people say, because obviously my love for Candace Owens has unfortunately been there for a bit and some people are upset with me, but it's more not to do with what she's saying, the context of what she's saying. It's her approach that I love. Her whole thing is, I'm going to find out all the information, and then it's what you said, Chuckie. It's for you to tell me I'm wrong. And if you try, like the rabbi did when she was sitting down with the rabbi tried to, the way she's absolutely, not to say that it's difficult for him, but torn him to shreds.
Yeah, she ripped him to pieces.
Like for me, Candace Owens, and I could be wrong, but you see how anti-Semitic just doesn't hit the same.
Yeah.
I put a lot of it down to Candace Owens.
Yes, true.
Candace Owens has been on this thing for so long, and I've been reading certain things. I'm like, rah. And she's just been letting you know, no, that's a trick, that's a trick, that's a trick. Yeah. So now all the tricks have been revealed. The only time you can use anti-Semitic now is when it is.
Yeah.
Can't just go, I don't like his trainers, anti-Semitic. That doesn't work no more.
No, it doesn't work no more.
Need a bit more depth. So
someone just literally sent it to me yesterday.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, they was like, Chucks, have you been seeing this thing or whatever? And I was like, nah, send me. And by the way, I love that. I do love that when people send me stuff and it's good. And I think one of the reasons why people do that is because sometimes I'll find stuff here and I'll go online and I'll be like, how comes no one didn't tell me about such and such? Never. Huh?
He sent it in the chat.
It's okay though, man.
Time ago.
Oh, well, I just didn't see it. There's better things I didn't see.
Man.
I didn't see it. I just didn't see it. I just didn't see
Our
it.
chat's
You lot
on
always
silent,
talking
innit?
off.
It's on silent.
It's
innit?
not, but sometimes, like today, you lot was just chatting, bro. I'm like,
that's what you're meant to do in a
Get
chat.
involved,
Fucking
bro.
hell, imagine jumping on a pod.
I'm just doing stuff. But you know what? Sometimes I go
How
in
dare
and
you
feel-
chat to each other via text messages?
Sorry, you big Chuckie.
Sorry, the group's active and we're having conversations.
All I'm hearing is this
Candace Owens would agree with us, by the way, 'cause we're
whistling.
right, so.
No, but you know what? Yeah, I missed it. I just missed it, innit? I don't miss everything, but I missed that. But someone said, anyway, to the point, I do like it when people just send me good stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Just not
yo,
public.
Chucks. No, man.
You're playing.
But yeah, I'm gonna watch more of it when I get some time. I'll watch more of it because it's like she's like 6 episodes in. They're an hour each, and like I don't know.
Why does it matter though? Respect. I just want to know why does it?
Apparently, this person is involved in doing some stuff when there was a man that they shouldn't have done, including, hopefully I'm not wrong.
Allegedly.
I don't want to be allegedly troubling people against their will.
Oh really?
Sexually.
There's bare of that, by the way.
Bare of that.
Yeah,
and
there's-
if we take a look at that France place, I heard one story the other day about that young lady who was having sex and she didn't even know for time. You heard about in the story the 50-something-year-old woman who was had a partner, and her partner was basically put something online saying, yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Where were they from?
Yeah. I
France.
can't say.
So these French people.
He was drugging his family and chopping them. Bro.
Oh
Do you remember?
yeah.
French.
His daughter, his wife.
Yeah.
Where were they from?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, where's this guy from?
I think it's a dangerous road to go down when you do them.
Okay, I'm just saying New York.
She's
Take
tired.
a look at the big app. You see New York here?
Yeah.
You see that Statue of Liberty?
Yeah.
You know where that's from, innit?
France.
Okay, you know what it stands for, innit? We'll talk about that another time. So
It's
the
a
French
liberty.
have a lot to... Trust me, that one thing there's another statue of the Statue of Liberty somewhere else around the world, and it's a bit satanic. So they compared both statues, all of the things that the one statue has, the other statue has. But French, I do love you just when you're not bad.
Yeah, and also she's like connecting a lot of the satanic stuff to this as well.
What did
So the
I
things
just
that they're
say?
involved in.
I didn't even know
So
that.
even with the the Olympics and stuff like that, like some of the stuff that she's unveiling is absolutely mental. The pictures and whatever. I watched a little bit of it, but those type of ceremonies are not necessarily for me anyway. If it was happening here, I'd probably watch it, but I wasn't that interested in that Olympic ceremony. I just wanted to see the stuff.
I saw the picture. The picture was enough for me.
Yeah.
The French, no disrespect.
Well, I saw I heard what they were doing, and that was enough.
The Jesus thing.
Yeah.
I happen to be going to France next week for work, so I don't want any problems. But it just seems like when I go to France and I, have conversations with people, the people that I seem to get along with is the African side of France. It's not by coincidence as well. Also, please, you lot. Apparently, the Africans.
Coincidence.
Apparently, the Africans have to consult the French before they do business with other countries. Some of the French-speaking African countries. So these French have been fuckery for years.
Yeah,
so none of this to me is surprising. So Candace Owens, shout you out for not being afraid of the French.
No, sorry, I missed the thing though. I genuinely didn't even see it, bro.
It's alright, man.
But
Yeah.
He's a heartbroken.
Ever be quiet.
No, I don't. Can you silence this group, by the way?
Oh, so he's trying to silence it
You
now.
can silence it.
I didn't know you could silence.
if you on iMessage, if you
Nah, there's certain groups I will never silence. I wouldn't silence the
if you
HC one.
just swipe to the right, there's a little bell. You click the bell and you can silence.
Do you know what's so crazy?
But-
We're not even that active in there enough.
No, of course you're not.
No.
No, I'm just
It's
joking.
mainly business.
Today you was active today though,
Today was
for a little
active.
piece, but you lot was cool.
Thursday, Friday.
And it is mainly that. But I wouldn't. That group I wouldn't silence. One of the R&B and slow jams, the main R&B and slow jams group I wouldn't silence.
He said one of them. There's one I would.
The one
There's one that is.
The one that Taser made.
There's one
Here's
that
my
is.
pictures. All right, Taser, we know.
And there's another group as well with some close friends in it that can't get silenced. But some of the other ones I forget silenced. God, the man them are just going crazy in there.
Do you know what I do? I just leave groups. If I have to silence it,
Yeah.
I'm lying to myself. I just go. I say to these people, I can't respectfully. I love you lot, but in this group, you annoy me. I'm gone. Because all that's gonna happen is, poet, you're never talking here. Okay, I'm going to go.
Yeah, I've been enjoyed out for that. But you know what though? Some of them, like one of the groups that I'm not talking in, it's not that like I don't ever want to talk in it, and I don't want to see what these men are talking about. Because every once in a while I'll go in and I'll go and see what people are talking about and see the banter or whatever else and whatnot. And every once in a while I'll just chime in. But then I just do it when I'm ready to chime in. Or if you at me, so I have to get the notification,
that's different.
then I know you need like something. So I'll jump in and I'll be like, yo, go on, what's going on? And then I dive in. But
I'm not fond of that though. I can't lie to you. I don't like people that have Instagram accounts with no pictures, but then want to see everybody. And I don't like people
I
with
hear
WhatsApp
that.
groups. I don't want to chat. Like you might as well just go and join Uber and buy a Toyota Prius. Like all you do is pre.
yeah, I'm a Prius.
Get involved.
I'm half
These
Prius.
Prius, get involved.
No, I'm half Prius. I can't get involved in anything.
No,
of
you said
everything.
the half pre-in. I don't mind that. It means the other half you're involved.
Yeah.
If all you do is pre, like
Yeah.
my brethrens, they have got no pictures on Instagram.
But they just pre.
But they know more on there than me. Paul, you seen this gal? I bet you the gal hasn't seen you. Go start, upload a picture. Show yourself. Pre.
Who's the father then?
Of
Lily. What's going on? Because
everyone. I bet you she's not the mum.
That is crazy.
Imagine you slept with so much people, the
That's
picnic not even
crazy.
yours in your
That's
stomach.
crazy.
that's hilarious.
Brother.
Oh my god! You know when she came out and said that she was pregnant? Yeah, I know this is gonna sound like a crazy thing to say, but you know it never once dawned on me that she wouldn't have been on contraception. And I know that is a mad thing to say, but then I did think to myself, she probably was on contraception. This thing ain't made for bare man to bust in it in one day. Because of all of them millions of sperm that's going inside, one has to cut through, even if you're on contraception. It has to.
And on top of that, everyone always goes, don't worry, you never know if you're ready to have a child. Big man, this is living proof that you do know when you're ready. Because if I know when I'm not ready, I must know when I am ready. She is not ready to be a mother. I don't care what anybody says to me. That LP there is not worth purchasing. Lily Phillips, there is no way you are ready to be a mum. No way.
my God, bro.
A parent.
How do you... Oh, my God.
Apparently, she's going to be one. This is mad.
Yeah. But also, one of the man them is the father. That's just the reality of it. Like, one of them is. One of the dons is the dad. One of them.
This is a prime example that people are paying their way out of principles.
This can't be real.
Do you know what I mean when I say paying their way out of principles?
Go on.
So I come from the stage in life where our biggest problem was finance. Now we're kind of over that, but people still try and make it seem like that's the biggest problem. I think we're in a weird stage now. So when I was growing up, our biggest problem was finance, and now growing up, I think our biggest problem is principles. So when I was growing up, Lily Phillips being a parent, my lord, we're sending this girl to church. Today, Lily Phillips has finance and a nice house, so people will say, at least she can look after the child and afford to look after. And my thing is, Lily Phillips is your mum.
Yeah, but even having money doesn't necessarily mean that you could. That's where people go wrong.
All the time,
Doesn't mean that
because
you could look after a child.
at all.
Yeah.
It just means you have money. It means
Yeah.
what it means.
Yeah.
The ability to look after a child, you have to be able to love yourself. If 1,000 man can visit this destination in less than 24 hours, it leads me to believe love is not something that's practiced over here. We can take lust into the equation, and maybe so, but there is no love. So Lily
know.
Phillips being a parent is a mess for me.
I don't know about that.
What?
I don't know.
It's cool, man. It's cool. You man them say this until I say, is that your baby mum? What are you thinking?
Nah, I'm not.
Is that your mum? What are you saying?
I'm not. Listen.
Your nan?
Listen.
Auntie? Sister.
He's
Go
in
on.
this mood.
Go on.
Because you're now, as EA Sports, the man from East Africa is approving Lily Phillips. Go on, no, you're right. Comments, you're right.
He's in this. He's in
EA
that mood.
Sports, I'm backing you here saying you should talk. I want Wyatt to know my fellow black brother would like to say this Caucasian lady is the perfect time for her to be a parent.
I never
Please.
said it's the perfect time.
Right.
My question. My question was, you said that she doesn't love herself, therefore she can't love her child, but you don't know if she loves herself or not, regardless of the choices she's made. Regardless, you don't know.
Look at him. He's such an idiot.
I don't even know why I spoke. If I'm being honest with you, I don't even know why I spoke.
Let me think.
Like, hear what I'm saying?
Loving
Yeah.
yourself, 1,000
I
man in
was
one
with you
night
to
tell
one
the
point,
world.
but
Loving yourself,
It's just your
1,000 man in
perspective, bro.
24
The world has
hours.
changed, bro.
no, but
No,
I
no,
do.
no, no.
Hear what
You
I'm.
can't do that.
Okay, you can. I'll let you go, Paul. I'll let you go. The one thing I will say
can't
where I'm
do
with
that.
him is that I think that you could not love yourself but love your child.
You can't.
Okay.
How are
I
you?
don't know.
How are you able to practice something with someone else that you can't do with yourself? This is crazy. I can't drive a car, but guess what? Bring this person in there. I'll teach him how to drive. It doesn't work like that. Love is something that you must feel, you must understand. It's a very complex emotion, and then you can deliver. You can't just deliver love.
Brother, I can love my mum.
Wait. Let me.
Because if
I've
you
got
just
something.
when it comes to delivering love, a lot of people look at it through acts.
Yeah.
So they will say, "I've done this. This is a version of love." It's not a version of love. I've seen people love individuals, hurt them, and not even say sorry out of the embarrassment because they love that person so much they can't even face them. So there are examples of love which don't involve anything other than looking at someone, cleaning their eyes and saying, "Rah, I can see the feeling there." Now, if 1,000 people,
I don't think she's
1,000
done
people,
100. I don't think she's done 1,000. I think she's done 100.
she's done 1,000, bro.
She done 1,000.
1,000
Bonnie
people.
done 1,000.
Lily done 1,000, bro.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Bonnie
It
done
was
a
1,000.
Bonnie done a
Bonnie
thousand.
done
Bonnie done
1,000.
1,057. I hate that I know this, but she done 1,057. She's done 100 a bag of times.
No,
And
she's done, yeah, she's done
Done it once, surely.
done
Anyway,
100 men in
100,
She
1,000
wanted to do
for me.
1,000 in America, and she wanted a lot of them to be in her asshole. But yeah, sorry. Anyway, as you were.
None of that sounds like love. These are not and love, brother. Why am I even explaining myself? What is this stupidity? What is this stupidity? You think someone can do that and then have the opportunity to show their child love?
When did you realise you loved yourself?
I was gonna say this morning, but it was definitely before then. Time ago, because I believe the person that showed me love practiced love within themselves.
How time ago? How long ago?
I must have been early, bro. Like obviously,
15?
you can't compare me. 'Cause
15? No, just about 15.
I'm an advanced youth though, so
16?
I probably
14?
remember I could speak 2 languages from 3, so I don't really know.
13?
2
Much
languages
earlier
from
than that.
10?
Maybe earlier than that.
-2.
There we go. From the womb, I love myself.
My point is that you can love. That the moment you love yourself, you're saying that like I didn't love my mum, or I didn't love my sister, or I didn't love my cousin.
No, you didn't comprehend those things. But now you're doing something weird.
I knew about it.
It's about comprehending. Comprehension is a very important thing. At 10 years old, I can't comprehend all of these things. This gal is a big bomber clout woman.
But you know you love your mum.
She's a big bomber clout woman, bro. So in terms of love now, she's gone through too many stages in her life. You're talking about early stages. Let's make it specific. Specific to this young lady called Lily Phillips, who practices having loads of individuals fucking her. Probably hasn't even thought about the prospect of family. Probably hasn't even thought about the prospect of what her future looks like if she was to have a child. None of these things have come into practice. Now, if you loved yourself, you would think about, what did I do yesterday? What am I doing today? And how does that impact tomorrow? Because you love yourself.
Sure.
If you're not thinking that, and now all of a sudden you're pregnant, you're like, shit, what do I do?
Right.
After practicing what you were practicing previously, I don't believe what you were practicing previously leads you to love. So where was that leading you? Seems like it was leading you astray. So if you're consistently practicing something that leads you astray, how can you tell me you love yourself? It doesn't make sense.
The leading astray is the subjective part in this. Because if she loves having sex, then why doesn't she... What's the problem in loving having sex?
I love drinking alcohol, but guess what? That will kill me if I do it every single day. So therefore, clearly there must be a lack of love somewhere for myself, because I can love something that is detrimental to me. How can that be love? This doesn't make sense. And you're from Ethiopia or Eritrea or somewhere in East Africa. I'm about to strip you from there and put you in the same house as Lily Phillips, because you share the same perspectives.
No, thank you.
Why? Oh, why not? She loves herself.
I share the same perspective. I'm playing angel's advocate here.
There's no angel about this, big man. There's lust. And take it from a man that loves lust.
You love Lily?
Maybe. Nah, this is perfect. Honestly, to me, this is pathetic.
Fair enough. I hear
This
it.
is pathetic.
I think that is pathetic, but I'm still yet to be convinced that a person who doesn't love themselves can't have love to give. Reason being is because I'm speaking from a place, I don't have a child, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. So I'm already at a disadvantage here. But I can only go by some of the things that people have told me in the moments of them having children, yeah?
Yeah.
Two of them being, one of them being a very good friend of mine, I would say that if he was very honest with himself, at the time of having a child, he wouldn't have been the biggest lover of himself. But he did say to me one thing that many people have told me when they've had a child, men more so, that when they had that child, there was a sense of feeling that they never knew could exist within them.
Okay.
Within having that child. They never knew that they could feel this type of way towards something at all. I don't know what that is because I can't speak to it because I haven't done it. But this has come from like separate people in separate moments. So I think the conversation here is like, what is the correct way, if there is a correct way, in projecting the love to the child? The love that you feel is a feeling. It's probably it's quite difficult to explain at times because there's different elements of this love, yeah? But what is the correct way to express the love to the child so that the child can understand this love? Because there would be some people that would have said at one point, and this would just be very normal to them, you might have just got one set of beating. And they're saying that I'm beating you out of love. I'm doing that because of love. But as time's gone on, we started to understand that maybe that isn't really the right way of doing certain things. Maybe the best way of doing it is this or that or whatever. And sometimes you might learn that from, maybe not your parent, but you might learn it from a friend. You might learn it from a cousin. Or you might, as a parent yourself, I'm sure you can speak to this, Poe, that like maybe in having twins, you've gone about something a certain way and realised I'm not getting the result that I would like to get here, so I need to pivot and do this way. So you're learning the way of projecting elements of love to them so that they're doing the right thing, but it doesn't change the way that you feel. Am I making sense?
Yeah, but it's not elements of love you're projecting. That doesn't make sense. All you're projecting is a message, and it's distributed in many different ways. Every part of the message is love. It's all the reason why you're doing it in the first place is because of love. The reason why you want to find an alternative is because of love. And the only way you'd have that mindset and that frame of mind is practicing that on something else. And most people, your first point of practice is yourself. So for me, I know I love myself because when I was younger, the way my mum used to treat me and the way my mum used to make me feel and how special I felt, and then the loyalty I felt to make sure that my mum gets the best example of me as I'm walking through life, like, was undoubted. Like, some people get there later on in their life. I'm doing youth work from 15 for free of charge, my bro, because I'm looking at my area. I say I love my area. I believe we can raise the quality threshold of the living expectations within this area at 15. At 18 years old, I've worked for 3 years and I've engaged with 70 to 80 young people. And I'm a young person myself. That's because of love. I owe a lot to my mum. My mum didn't only love, but she practiced love. She showed love. She showed me the importance and significance of showing your fellow brother love. Even my dad, I've given him credit where credit's due. He consistently told me the value in conversation. If you love that person, why are you not conversating with them? He showed me the things to do which will let that person know you love them. And that common practice that I've done, I feel I've done it within this working field. Hence the reasons why I've been able to do so much different things. This is common practices of love. Chuckie consistently practices love. Consistently through the things that he does. He practices love. So therefore, when the opportunity arises for Chuckie to be a father, it'll be easier for him than he knows. Now, there's a lot of guys I know that do not practice love. I don't even know if they really love themselves or they love the value for money and they just want to be an alpha male. But when it's time for you to now open your mouth and say that person, I love you, and display that, a lot of them found it difficult for time. Time, because you have to explore parts of yourself you've never explored before. But I love myself. Every part of myself I've been to. Denial, lying, honesty, everything. Not everyone can say that online, but I've been there. And that's because I love myself. I want to be a better person so I'm able to move forward. And I can honestly say I have conversations with so much people, and I'm telling you, their interpretation of what love is cute. But if we want the world to be a better place, if we want the world to be a better place, and we can all agree with displaying love and feeling love and showing love, the world to be a better place,
right,
but the world is so shit, how can everyone claim that they love themselves? I'm like, this is not, I'm outside. This is not examples of love.
Right.
I
don't. There's a lot of what you're saying which I don't disagree with.
Yeah. Do you know where I'm coming from?
Yeah. But still to the point is like, I'm just trying to widen the conversation here.
Fair enough.
I think this is a good thing, a
Yeah,
good discussion to have. But it's like, going back to the point, let's just take away the elements of love. It's like, sometimes some people will have so much love to give and they will feel a certain element of love, but they will feel love, but they don't necessarily know how to practice it because they don't have the examples of it. But they know that they feel it though. So then that's where things...
the examples of it?
Yeah, you might not
see
see
live in a desert.
No, well, it could be, that's a community thing, or it could be a cultural thing. There's so many different elements to that, bro.
But love is love. You place me anywhere, I can show enough things in and around me love. How can I not show... I'm confused. I wake up...
Well, you know people... Okay, I don't want to like take this to a dark place, but you know, like, people blow up things because of love.
No, again, this is what I'm trying to say to you. This is not the truth. I had to tell one of my friends the other day, you don't love me or respect me. I had to tell him to his face, you don't love me or respect me. Your interpretation... He was upset, I didn't care. I said, your interpretation of what it is completely wrong. Now, when I tell you what you're doing is wrong, and then you have to do something new, then I'll find out if you love me.
Oh, 100%.
Because now you have to make the sacrifice of a practice that you've told yourself is normal. And I'm saying to you, that's not normal. That makes me feel really low. That makes me feel like I need you. That doesn't make me feel loved.
But
you're just around me because of familiarity.
Did he think that was what it was, though?
Oh, now he's still in Egypt. So I'm not interested. I'm not interested, Chuckie.
No, but what you're almost making a part of my point. Okay. Because I agree with you. But the fundamental thing that you've done there is you've had to tell him, big man, you're doing this. This is showing me that you don't love and respect me. To him, or to some people, might think, what are you talking about? Of course I love and respect you. No, you don't, because if you loved and respect me, you wouldn't do this, you wouldn't do that.
Boom.
And then it's like, oh, okay, I didn't realise that this is how...
No, but that wasn't the response. That would have made me go, fair enough.
Yeah.
We're in Egypt. So if you want to go there, no problem. I ain't got a passport stamp for Egypt, so I have no business being there. I don't want to be in denial. I'd rather the truth. So if you do not love me enough to tell me the truth, you don't love me. And if you don't love me enough to tell me the truth, that means you don't love yourself, because you're also lying to yourself in front of loads of people. That only benefits you. That's selfish. How can you be displaying love through this if you're selfishly lying about something that would actually benefit more people than yourself?
Yeah. I mean,
so with her, Lily Phillips, you have put yourself in a position where you're having sexual intercourse with way too much people to the point where in which, like, we're questioning who the father is.
But do you know what? I don't want to, because I think this is a good discussion to have. But we can
from
all
that.
agree about
All right,
Lily. We can
so,
all, I'm just trying to have a conversation about.
We can't.
I think it's good.
Can we agree?
Yeah, but what about Lily?
She can't agree.
No, I agree.
No,
I'm just.
You degree. What's degree? It's something you should have. You feel a little bit fuzzy right now.
He has a degree. Actually.
Exactly.
I agree with what you're saying.
To a degree.
Just trying to see.
To a degree.
I'm just trying to see that if there is another angle to it that we can't see because we're not in that.
Well, hear what I'm saying. I'm eradicating the see all that what she does and how she's doing it or whatever. I don't know about that. I just think that's all a bit mad. I just think that's all a bit mad. But if you know what I'm saying. But if we pull the conversation about, because this is the interesting part. Yeah. Can you not love yourself but still love somebody? Or have love to give, or love your child. Could you do that?
I think you can do.
This
good
is
acts.
the conversation.
I think you can do acts of service which are looking like love. But I'm telling people all the time.
It's not coming from a deep place of love.
Nah.
But are you doing the acts of service because you want it to come from that place of love?
Yes, possibly. I know some.
So then you're doing something in the right direction. You're going in the right steps, though, because you want it to be.
It's the wrong steps. You can only be who you are, Chuckie. You can only stay true to your heart and your soul. There's no point if you doing what you think is right for you to feel low. That means you don't love yourself.
Yeah.
You have to ask yourself, like, for example, I've been in a relationship.
But you're still loving.
You wish. I've been in a relationship with a girl and I'm like, I'm doing something for her because I feel like I have to. I don't want to do it. She appreciates it so much. The way she holds on to that memory and holds on to that situation, if she asks me to date, I won't remember because it wasn't an act of love. It was an act of, I have to do this to make her happy. And I'm not saying there's not certain things like that in life that happen, because it does. But overall, that became a common thread within the relationship of all the things that she wanted were short-term goals. They weren't nothing long-term. It was something that when you're 70 years old, it didn't even matter. And I'm not saying, again, there's probably things in a relationship you got to do like that as well. But when your whole common thread of a situation is just like act of service, act of service, act of service, but something simple that I could do for you, you wouldn't even notice. You wouldn't have a clue. You wouldn't recognize it. But that's an act of love. There are things that I could do for you, Chuckie, or you could do for me that only me and you would recognize.
Give an example, please. Sorry, because I'm getting confused here.
So what is something that I done for a partner one time that I had to make sure was an act of love, so only she could understand it?
Yeah.
When I was mad young, one time, the first place I met this girl was in a Chinese shop, and there was a sweet shop that we always used to go to get the same damn drink. So on a day she was feeling really, really stupid. She was really feeling down. And I was like, this is a stupid reason to feel down. I told her, meet me at some road. We took a cab. We looked like we were going somewhere glorious. We went to the sweet shop. We came out the cab, went to the sweet shop. We went and got the drinks that we like. And then the Chinese shop was across the road. She went into the Chinese shop. It was really, I had these people doing violins and all of that. So she was fully in tears. She couldn't believe it. And although, yes, I would say like that, it was a nice thing. The Chinese restaurant wasn't that great. And the sweet shop wasn't that great. But the act was so specific to her. Yes. It meant so much to her. She could tell somebody else, they wouldn't understand the value of it. That was an act because the love I wanted to show was for her. So she took a picture and no one understands it. It doesn't matter. This is for you, baby girl. Okay. I'm only doing this solely for you. This is a way of me letting you know I love you. I care about you. I want nothing else other than you. That to me is an act of service of love. And especially through a time like social media, where there are so many interpretations of what people think love is, people just borrow stuff. And then when you ask them to think and tell me, why do you love this? They can never tell you. So I'm saying today we're not surrounded by enough love. We're surrounded by superficial nonsense. Yeah. We're surrounded by lust. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I love it.
Such an idiot. But here, the part that I think that we've mainly speaking to, is the child element. It's like,
for real.
I can't speak to this because I don't have a child. I would have to ask multiple people, and I know how you feel and I know how you move already, so I don't need to ask you. Come on. But it's like that feeling of having a child. I'm sure for some people, remember we're not talking about Lily anymore. Okay. I'm sure for some people can get to a point of everything that I thought that I knew isn't what it is.
True.
And I'm saying this because I've seen people have that. Like, Big Mac, like, you know when so-and-so's had the child or whatever and you're ringing, like, how was it? Bro, I can't even, I didn't even know that I didn't even know. This is a mad feeling. Now, all of a sudden, for a certain type of person, your life's changed now because you realised this is not so much about you anymore. This is about the creation that you have. But where you was at before that meant that, I don't know, I'm just doing my thing. I'm just fucking around doing whatever, and I'm not really... But this thing that we've created right here has changed something in such a way because there's a feeling I didn't even know it. It's almost like a, oh, I get it now.
Oh yeah, trust me.
Oh, I understand it. So that's why when the initial part of your question was, could you have not loved yourself but love your child or love a child? That's why I'm leaning into, like, in my mind it almost feels like you can.
No, but I'll show you why that doesn't make sense to me. Because you're saying there's undiscovered things. Bro, I love Jamaica. When I went to Jamaica, I found out more reasons why I love them. This doesn't mean that it wasn't love. It was just undiscovered stuff. So about yourself, I love myself, bro. Trust me, I love myself. And my Zion and Khalifa, I don't know if I love anything anymore. And I didn't know you was able to love something like that until my son's not breathing when he's born. And I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at my baby mum, lying to her, saying everything's cool, and essentially I've had a stillbirth. And there's 10 doctors around her son, and now all of a sudden I am praying to God saying, whatever I've done for the rest of my life, let me have all the pain. Right. I cannot let this person be 5 seconds older than them, can't breathe. They're 5 seconds, big man. Let him have a little bit longer. So then when I hear the little cry, I said, blood clot him there.
No, you start bawling now. You're like, the level of relief is mad. But yeah, go on.
But it don't stop there. Even as of today, I was telling you about this morning. My son phones me, and he's meant to come to London today, but due to a couple complications of working on it, he has to come next week now. He just got kicked out of school today. When they asked him why, he said he wants to go home because he's meant to be in London. I feel guilty as God knows what. I felt so bad. I couldn't even tell the mother of my kids the day that I found out the news. I had to tell her the next day.
Right.
And that's something new I find out about myself, that when I have to let down Zion and Khalifa or my family, it proper cuts me up. Let that be someone else. Big man, we're good, man. You're going to get over it. We can. And it's not that I love them any less, but your children they cut a different place, man. They cut a different place.
Well, it might be mine.
No way. In them shoes. My brother, nah.
Never. Although I'll tell you one thing that's been happening after. So I did an episode with Dan and his non-monogamous couple. Yeah, I've been getting messages from people asking me to come to like parties and sex parties and all this type of stuff. Did you see the DM that came into the thing the other day? Yeah, read the DM.
No, I'm just coming up.
Have you got it?
It's gonna come up on the screen.
What was it? Read this.
What do you mean the DM?
I saw it the other day.
What DM?
If it's the same thing that you're gonna... What's that?
What?
I've never seen that.
What?
Channels.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I
don't know if you want to read this out loud.
No, read it. Go on, read it.
Hey Chuckie, we have been watching your podcast since lockdown, so firm fans. I was so happy to see our lovely friends Steph and Katie on your show. This is such a great podcast, and it really does paint the lifestyle in more positive light than what everyone else has ever put out there. I wanted to ask one thing. Can we be the first to see you rocking your Timbs and white socks?
Just out of context, I was saying that I thought I was ready to go to a sex party with a ballet on, doing a helicopter wearing white socks and Timbs. That's what she said. Hey, shall I tell you how it is? Shall I go?
Did you go?
No, I'm not going to that. I can't do them things, man.
For me personally,
not in London anyway.
I just think, and that could be
maybe Berlin.
I think there's something people are missing when that happens, man. There's something in their relationship that's just not there. Nah. That should be there, and then they just go and find other ways to look up. Because I'm trying to think of a world where I don't mind my girl messaging another nigga that message. And I can't find it. I went to Saturn, I went to Neptune. Nope, there's not one world that I can deal with it. Not one planet. Not one planet.
But what animal in the jungle are you again?
That's the reason why I don't settle down, doggy.
Strongly.
Come on.
So, hey, did you go to Chip's thing yesterday?
I didn't. I was in my feelings.
I completely forgot, that he had, what was it called?
GRIME SCENE SAVIORS. Shout out to GRIME SCENE SAVIORS hoodie.
I missed it.
Brother, out in it. Skepta went absolutely mad. Chip went absolutely mad. Cruz Leon.
Yeah, man.
Fucking rude boy, Cruz.
So what?
When you get them opportunities, you go mad, Cruz.
So have you seen clips and that?
Oh, come on, man. Charlie.
I ain't seen much, but I did see a clip of RB there though, and I love that.
Shout out RB. They called him the future. Like, honestly, I was very happy with this situation, right? Yes, sir. It's nice to see Chip who's really, really being an advocate for grime and
yeah, I think he's doing another date, but I completely forgot that was happening. And it did remind me, that we didn't talk about this a little while ago, but I think maybe was it 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago? It was 10 years since All Them Disses, when Chip was spazzing out on everyone. Well,
10
it was
years ago,
since, yeah.
Where he was the first person to get the 20v1. Yeah,
literally that. Where the Bugsy Malone thing happened. No, it wasn't. Not the Bugsy Malone. Sorry, the Tiny freestyle. Then obviously that's led to a whole bunch of other stuff.
Was Bugsy before or after that?
Bugsy was after. Because remember, the first thing that happened. Remember, Chip was quiet for time. He went to America, did the London Boy thing, whatever. He was quiet for ages, and then the story is Chip's talked about it before. Tiny came to his yard. They had some type of conversation or whatever. They were talking about some stuff, and then I think a few months later, Tiny went and did the fire in the booth. And in the fire in the booth, he did some indirects. So then I think
a year later
to the day, Chip came back and said, "Bro, you know, literally last year, this day, my man said X, Y, and Z." So then he just went for his head top, and then that's where it all sort of started. Yeah, then them two had their thing, their 3 for 3 or whatever. I remember Twitter was going crazy at that time. Remember there was even the clip of we got Morgan Keys in that as well, because he was a big part of that, going and shooting a lot of the videos or whatever. But there was that clip of Chip saying, "Rah, like my man's just dropped something. Let me just strap this thing up and whatever." And he just wrote something, and it's like,
and that's when he done that song and he had Jammer in the video.
Yeah.
And then Big Nasty got him.
No, I think that one was for Bugsy though.
Was that a Bugsy time?
I believe so, if I remember rightly. But then obviously Bugsy came out, obviously tried his luck, and then that went how that went. And then remember there was the whole Young'un thing and that as well. So there was bare stuff going on, bro.
Chip done so much. So when did he release songs like Dickhead? Was that?
That might have all been in that year. Actually,
I feel like everything happened.
I'll tell you now. Chip's put all of them on his thing.
His DSPs.
Yeah.
Dickhead was my rhythm until I realised he was cussing loads of people, and I was like, "Oh man, I can't really play this."
No, he would not have taken that now.
Not Chip.
Do you want me to play the highlights?
Chip will make up with everyone and still keep the diss tracks up.
Yeah.
100%.
Do you want me to play the highlights?
The highlights of what?
You got an Instagram?
No.
Got a link here. Shall I play it?
Oh yeah, play it while I'm finding this.
When I say Skepta goes crazy on one. Really, is this the one?
Oh no, here they are. Where was this now? Oh, this was like GRIME SCENE SAVIOURS.
You see, there's a video, get the video before that on how he captures it. The way he got the bar beat. What? I got white guys saying Legend. Angle. Do you know they should have brought there? Do you know they should have brought GRIME SCENE SAVIOURS? Vibes Cartel.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Like, well. What? P! Bomba club money. Is he wearing a leather jacket? Frisco!
He got Hyper Frank as well. See Hyper Frank the other day.
Yeah, shout out Hyper Frank every single time. What? The RB beside him?
Yeah.
I'm still alive just like Tupac. Girls in the front row, girls. He absolutely wait.
Skepta's clarity is mental, bro.
This is my mom, so God forgive me if you bust my boss mine. God forgive me if I bust my nine. God forgive me if I bust my nine. I don't wanna get locked up like Sam. Get this, my mom see across my. Think I'm a fool. Draw for the mash. Still wanna clash. Think I'm a fool.
Yeah, bad.
Oh, I love that shit so much, bro.
Shout out Chip, man.
Big up Chip each and every time. Big up Chip each and every time. He has been in this thing for so long. He's had so many ups and downs in his thing. You know what I mean? He's had a turbulent time with it, but he just looks like he's in a good space with it, man. He just looks like he looks comfortable.
And shout out this new function with him, man.
Yeah,
Function's a little vibe, bro. I can't lie.
Dropped it on Thursday. Did you listen to it?
No, I haven't listened to it.
You might enjoy listening to Function's little vibe still. Put Function up there and put Larry June and 2 Chainz.
I saw you actually talking.
Life is Beautiful. Put that project in your list, like your to listen to projects.
Larry June, cold.
Shout out David Ali,
Cold.
man. Rude boy. That Larry June, honestly, and Alchemist, sorry. Alchemist production, yeah.
Were they here the other day?
I want to say yes.
Let me find this.
They were. No, David Ali was here with Kalani.
Yeah, I saw him still. What's your rhythm on this?
On what? Just go to what the Life is Beautiful project.
Yeah.
Every single rhythm, please. Go from the start.
Hey, this is Larry enough.
Are you mad?
This is Larry.
I switch whips in the AM. Pick up the bagel with the cream cheese.
You had to wheel it, innit?
This is too bad.
Go to the next one.
This is me, you know.
Go to
This
the next
weekend,
rhythm.
this is me. Huh?
Go to the next rhythm.
Colossal.
2 Chainz goes crazy.
I wonder how this came about, though. Larry June and 2 Chainz, man.
I'm so glad it did.
Yeah. Cool.
I literally been hoovering.
Nah, this is me.
Next
Nah,
track.
this is
Next
me.
track. Next track.
This is me. This weekend, this is me.
Are you crazy, Chuckie? What is Alchemist doing?
Cooking side.
Alchemist is going crazy, bro.
Minding my business, drinking water, doing crunches, getting paid for discussions over alcohol.
No, I want to listen to this properly.
Alright, you see the flows that 2 Chainz comes with as well. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, 2 Chainz is hard.
It's crazy. Pause.
Yeah, why for that? Life is beautiful. Is there anything else that's dropped recently that's good?
That's it. Chip's Function rhythm dropped yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Did it drop
nice.
yesterday or was the video that dropped
The
yesterday?
video dropped on Thursday. The little 3-track EP project is out as well for that. So definitely Function's a nice rhythm. I was saying to me and Ia were talking whilst we were going to the shop. It was kind of interesting. And
Sorry, 1 second. Hold that thought.
okay.
Touch mic in a function, ride the production. Touch mic in a function, ride the production. Touch mic in a function, ride the production. So we vibing to London.
Now you can't tell me nothing. You ain't on nothing, still can't tell me nothing. I don't wanna hear about goat, that's mutton. Don't get peppered and
Yeah, that's going in the playlist.
racks and plats, this and that, but all I ever wanted was a wheel up bar. Touch might get me a wheel up dog. Grime Scene saved a wheel up bar.
Yeah, I want to listen to that properly as well. Okay. Big up Da Vinci as well on production. Big up to Da Vinci. Do you know what? Da Vinci should come on the couch. Why? But
Nice, bro.
I need to figure out a different way of saying that. But we should have Da Vinci on the couch. This man has seen a lot of stuff and probably got a lot of stories and interesting intel on things that he hasn't shared before. So we should have Da Vinci on the couch for sure.
I remember he was working with Kano back in the day, and they'd done the lick with him and Trevor Nelson.
Oh, yeah.
I think he went to America to some like a massive game, like for whatever the American sport is. Bro, I remember looking at Da Vinci like, oh my god, you're gone.
Yeah.
Like, you're actually gone. Production wise, very forward thinking.
Yeah.
He even tried to do a little bit of artistry himself. If I'm
Yeah,
right,
100%.
He did sing or rap or one of the two.
He was both.
It was both. Eddie one thing. All right, cool. Send him on.
I was introduced to Cleo Soul through him as well.
Huh?
I was introduced to Cleo Soul through him.
Serious?
Yeah. I remember I was working with Jackie Davidson as well. She was looking after Da Vinci at the time, or someone that she was working with was looking after Da Vinci. One of the two, anyway. And I always remember him. He'd already had a couple of stuff out with her anyway, but then he came with some other bits and pieces. And I will always remember thinking, this girl is cold. She came to the office one day. Long face. Sorry, Cleo, but she did. She came into the office not wanting to be at no office. Straight off Grove, Portobello High Road. She's not trying to be in Putney and no office. Anyway, she's in the office and that doing what, like, just playing some music or whatever. But you know, like, we just got on very well. But she just wasn't really. You could see that she's not really on that. She just wants to just be where she's at and be in the studio. Like, going to the office and playing rhythms and that. Maybe her perspective will be different and she'll tell it differently. And I know she's in a very different space now, so she's like very zen and just like, you know what I'm saying, happy. But them times there, Cleo wasn't the most welcoming. You get what I'm saying?
I understand.
But she was lovely still. Lovely still.
You heard
Big
Joy
up Cleo.
Crooks and Kano?
Who?
Joy Crooks.
No.
Have I said it right?
Did I drop today?
No, it dropped a while ago. They dropped a video recently though.
No, I ain't seen it.
I'm going to tap in with that. Kano's quiet, so he might be trying to... I can't see Kano seeing all of this and not wanting to be involved. I'll be like, nah, Kano. Can't have Getz and Dave doing that. Wretch is back outside. Scorcher won a MOBO.
Yeah, big up Scorcher, but oh no, hold on, wait. Did you hear what he dropped the other day on his Instagram?
With
Nah, it was him. But he told me, I saw him and he said he was just in the car.
Duffy
Bro,
Production.
let me show you this thing, bro. I listened to this thing
Smiling
so
in the
much
video.
Plug that
Nah. It's just like, you know, we
a
just
freestyle.
Just a little freestyle
And he
thing.
bigs up Smiling at the end.
Nah, not that one.
Oh, you've heard that one as well, though, yeah?
I'm not sure.
About?
Plug it in, Chuck's pause.
Oh yeah, shit. One sec. Listen to this. Listen to how mad he goes on this. For me, anyway. Where's my thing?
It's crazy, man.
Is it this one? Scorcher is a rude boy, bro. Watch him now. Watch him. Is it this one?
I wake up buying on my man. Wanna bust smack but spending the time. Wicked on rap but I'm nice on gram. Pussy wanna block my little. Wake up buying on my man. Wanna bust smack but spending the time. Wicked on rap but I'm nice on gram. Pussy wanna block my little. Big up hands, you know, cause that's my little slam. If I had a label, I go sign him tonight. Shit complex when I'm riding a mat. Pushing MC in the sky like cat. Sugar MC in the ground like
play to the end, yeah?
You should know that if you're around man's age.
Brother, he's
let it play to the end. Let it play to the end.
Oh, huh?
Let it play to the end.
1 second.
Wanna bust smack but spending the time. Wicked on rap but I'm nice on gram. Pussy wanna block my little. Big up hands, you know, cause that's my little slam. If I had a label, I go sign him tonight. Shit complex when I'm riding a mat. Pushing MC in the sky like cat. Sugar MC in the ground like spade. You should know that if you're around man's age. You can learn that if you're younger than man. Shower man did it from front to the back. The man that don't play and they come from the chat, brother. You can be the next one that's stuffed in a pack. Rude boy, this ain't no luck, this is crap. This year we don't put drugs in the gap. Same way though, we got things in boots. Up that with your 3-piece suit. I make your gal put a vein on the head. And they ain't married, just pain in the chest. Stop saying man's name and go play with your friend, bro. You're bad man, quit him, man, in danger again. You got that boy in a manger again. I flow magic like Armani Granger. Big up Ranger and them, Smiler and them.
I have to make sure I know the free. Listen, I'm too invested. Let me just.
Yeah, you're right. You're good.
Scorcher. Honestly, love the speech. Big up Bashi.
Big up Bashi. Big up Bashi. Big up O'Deal as well. I fuck with
O'Deal. I listen to O'Deal. I can't pretend I don't.
O'Deal.
Big up Jules.
Big up
my
Jules.
nigga Jules.
Big up Jules.
Is there any other winning?
Do you know what as well?
90s
Babe,
blood.
oh my god.
Babe.
Big up them, man.
Hemi, Magneto, VP.
Big up them, man.
And Chuckie,
I'm
you know
so
what?
happy for them, bro.
Big up you. I saw that fucking shirt. Are you mad?
Oh, yeah,
I saw that.
to me. Yeah.
I saw you there, man.
Yeah, man. Big
And I
up
don't
me.
know how Flashy still got that baby picture of you.
Oh,
but we need to
bro.
find out what he's doing.
Bro, you see when they showed me, yeah, just for people who don't know, done a +44 interview quickly, yeah.
Flashy Silla.
Yeah. Listen, I couldn't believe it when he pulled out the picture of me by the speakers. And you know what is so mad
Where is
about
that
it?
picture? That's not out, is it?
No. Do you know what? It might be deep on my Facebook or some shit like that. So anyway now.
That was mad, fam. Chuckie ran away. He was so
Bro,
surprised.
let me tell you something, yeah. There's a story behind that picture.
What do you mean?
So, and I was telling them that as well. I was saying to them, listen, yeah, why this picture is so mad is because I was at my auntie's. My auntie was having some type of a drink up or something was going on or whatever, yeah. These times I must be about 5 years old. No more than that. Now, if you see in the picture, I'm standing by speakers. To set the tone. All the adults are around drinking, music's playing, and the youths are running around. Like all my cousins, all running around, playing hard, doing whatever, right? But me, I'm watching my dad. Because my dad's a DJ, he's a sound man. Those speakers that are behind me are speakers that he made. Because obviously back then, that's what you, as a sound man, that's what you did. You made your own speaker boxes and whatnot. So you see the vinyls on the floor, my dad's playing music. I'm just kicking back watching my dad just play music because I'm in awe of that. So that you understand now where I'm getting that from as a youth.
100.
Whereas everyone's running up and down all over the place. And of course I'm doing that at certain points. But more time, I just want to be over here watching what's going on, how we selecting tune and this, that and the fourth. So the fact that they took that picture, for me, was like, I couldn't believe it, bro.
And people at home, I want you to just see what Chuckie just said. Chuckie said, I was watching my dad play music. That speaks to what I've been speaking about early on. Love. Chuckie loves his dad. He was involved in speaking to his dad. He loved music. So when the opportunity to engage with both happens, he's over there with the wedding ring. The other youth them are running around. Lily Phillips.
To bits. But hear what though? Also, yeah, I was thinking. I do also want to hail up Ace. Big up Ace each and every time. Because he only had a small little part there, yeah, where he had to try and fit in a lot, but he had the R&B medley and whatever, and he brought out a few of the acts and whatever. So big up to Ace and all of what he's doing on that side. And I also want to big up Manelia as well. Like, I've met her a bunch of different times. She won Best Video, but like, you see her, she's a God-blessed girl, you know. Like, I've sat down and had a real good conversation with her the other day about a bunch of different things. And she's just somebody who's like, you know, like when you sit down and you can feel love and a certain type of energy from someone. I felt that from her when I sat and had that proper conversation with her. So to see her get something as well, I was happy about that. And also, big up Vibes Cartel each and every time.
Come on, man. I said to Smiler, because Smiler was over there, I said to Smiler, this MOBOS is the first time I've said it would have been nice to have been there. Obviously, unfortunately, I can't attend again until they apologise to Wretch 32. Then I'll turn up.
Yeah.
It's been 14 years. I'm sure you can find the words. Just an apology or some type of... For Wretch 32, I'm back over there. Not that you miss me, but I'm back over there. That's just for me. But it was one of the first times I said, wow, I kind of feel like the people that are receiving awards and the people in the crowd are on the same page.
Yeah.
Because they're all seeing Vibes Cartel. And literally, everyone's Snap, Instagram, wherever, they were gassed to see Vibes Cartel.
You know what is bad?
So
Because
shout
I was
out
there
them.
and I saw this, yeah, and this was that, because I've been a couple of times, but something unique happened in that moment.
Talk to me.
Naturally, obviously the award show's going on, things are happening, whatever, people at their tables, some people are just like off just chatting, they're just doing their own thing, whatever. You're getting pockets of people that are watching what's going on, enjoying the vibes. You're getting people that are just catching up. There's just all of that going on, yeah. You see, when it was time for Vibes Cartel, bro, listen, bro, the energy in the room completely shifted from the front, back, side, everywhere, bro. Everyone was just, it's so in awe of what was going on. It was mad. It was actually mad. That was a time where everyone had their phones out.
It's one of these things where MOBOS has to kind of have a rejig. And what I think the MOBOS needs to be more inclined, like more in tune with, now that we have many generations of black people here, is how do I get the 11-year-old in the house and the 71-year-old in the house to watch the MOBOS? The moment they think like that, they'll take over. Right now, I understand television, got to get the right names and all of that. But if you want to have more moments like that where the room's engaged, think about them just think about them moments. I'm still waiting for the Retropology. I'm thinking maybe you can do a whole Rech segment, 15 to 20 minutes where he has his moment and he shine. Maybe a little Lifetime Award, something to say sorry. This is just me throwing suggestions. Take all of them. I want no money.
We've only got a small little time left, like 15 minutes or so. Less. But let's see if we can have this conversation a little bit.
God.
Did Stormzy make a PR mistake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Optically, this looks bad.
Yeah.
It might not be bad.
Right.
It actually might not be bad. It might just be a normal thing. But optically, with everything that Stormzy kind of stands for, this was just a bit of change. And it's going to happen, you know. I did say to people a long time ago, and this is not, I need to figure out how to say this respectfully. I don't want to be rude to anyone.
Yeah.
Whatever you come in the game with, that always has to be your main source of income.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're forced to compromise. So if you come in making music, make that the priority. Make sure always the music threshold doesn't have to be the best, but whoever buys into it, so you don't have to go and do something else to upscale the lifestyle you're trying to maintain. Now, I'm not saying that's fully the case there, but I'm just trying to give him a bit of grace, because for a man that keeps fit, encourages people to keep fit, scream Free Palestine off his own accord. For them to go and take a McDonald's deal, and McDonald's is a franchise, which means if I get a franchise of McDonald's, I can do what the hell I want. So if someone gets a franchise in Israel and gives it out to a bag of individuals that are part of it, that might feel different to the guy that's got a franchise in Palmer's Green. He might 100%. Not agree with that. Do you know where I'm coming from?
100%.
But irrespective of that, they're cousins. So the guilty by association thing optically works in court. It's going to work here as well. This is easy for me to say because apparently it was like £2.53 million.
It was more than that. It was 4.5.
So it's 4.5 million. So it's easy.
Yeah, go on anyway.
Say 4.5. It's easy for me to say turn that down because it's not being offered to me. But I do personally believe if you've made a stance today, especially with something that affects people, you got to see it through.
Do you know what? I think that you've put it perfectly, to be honest with you. I think optically, it didn't look good. But for a few different reasons for what you just mentioned. It's not even just the Palestine thing, but it's like, even with where it seems like you're at as a man, eating well, being like into fitness, going into this sort of lane of like, he just looks like an action hero.
Yeah.
It feels odd to see that together. And now, naturally, obviously, I know that it's a lot of money, so you're going to do that. But even when you look at the Palestine element of it, again, you're right, it's a franchise. So, you know, that you can go down a bigger rabbit hole with that, in fact, because apparently I found out that McDonald's had bought back some of the franchises and all of that stuff in Israel because of
what happened,
what was going on. But either way, optically, it still looks mad. So it's like, you know what? If you are... I'm saying this, and again, I'm saying what you're saying. It's easy for me to say, I wasn't offered the money.
Yeah.
But what I would have thought would have happened was the team would have been smart enough to see that this could potentially be some big outrage in some way, shape or form. So what is the campaign that we could do, even if it means that we got to spend some of our own bread in doing this, to make the understanding a lot more clearer? Is there a way to be able to do that optically to make... Some people are never going to get it. But is there a piece of information that maybe we could be given, or people could be given, or something to be able to see, oh, we can understand, we can see how this is a marriage that makes sense? But it wasn't even that. It was just, we know what's happened over here. We just seen an advert. We've seen him doing X, Y, and Z. Then we just seen this advert, and it's like, wait, hold on a minute. This is just looking all a bit mad.
And they didn't even give him like a great meal, some fucking nuggets or something.
Was it? It's like 9 nuggets, but that's a regular thing. I've had wait, that's another thing. Hold on, mate. What was the meal? Because everyone's talking about 9 nuggets and that, and I'm saying, what is that a thing?
So
because I've had 9 nuggets from early.
It was 9 nuggets, fries, a Sprite, barbecue sauce, and a McFlurry.
So that's just the normal meal.
So for me, personally,
you ask for a Stormzy meal, and that's what you get.
My problem is this though. I say
instead of asking for it, you get it.
It looks to me, it's just one of those things. In 10 years' time, he might go. I maybe didn't have to do that, but I'm only from the perspective non-financial.
I think he looks back and says we could have done this so much better.
Or we could have not done it at all.
I think he looks back at it and just says, I think we could have just done this a lot better.
I think, like I said, Stormzy for me is keep fit, black man, free the people. Like everything he stands for.
Why wasn't it a salad? Sorry. Wait,
fucking hell.
Sorry, don't McDonald's do salads? Am I going mad?
That's like me watching porn and he's wearing a condom. Like what the fuck, man? Like
hey, bro.
who goes to watch? That's crazy. Who goes to watch McDonald's to get a salad? What are we doing, bro? Fucking that was porn. Now you want to be protected sex in porn? Oh, I need a salad. Let me go McDonald's.
Hey, I don't want to divert this conversation, but do you know how I realised that Paul was fuckery? Because one time I did watch a amateur video and the man put on a dom and I thought, do you know what? This video is not supposed to be this video is not supposed to be online.
And I said it's not supposed to be online, bro.
Yeah,
it's not my thing, man.
Yeah, optically though, it just looks mad still.
But let me see black people getting money, man. It's nice to see, man.
I always love that. Yeah. I do love that. Do you know what as well? So we can go back to this, but just talking about black people making money and that. I'm not gonna name them, but yesterday I was with a couple of artists or whatever that have done quite well, yeah, at the dinner, and then I asked one of them about fatherhood, and then like he was saying, yeah, like he was really happy to talk about fatherhood or whatever, yeah. Then the other one said, "Is it expensive?" Then he said to him, not it's not something that would hurt you really. Then he was like, "Is it?" And he said, "It's like essentially for you it would be like going out and just buying an extra spring roll, going out and getting some food and just getting an extra spring roll." And I looked back and I thought, although he's being really serious here, these men have got to a point where they're so up to them. At that point now, for most people, having a child is mad expensive. Man, just for you, it's like if you went out and had a Chinese, you just get extra spring roll. That's what it would be like for you. That man didn't even laugh.
Yeah, but I'll be real, man. When people are like, "Oh, kids are expensive," they are. My nigga, man, like my brethren, he's got 4 youths, fam. I don't know how the fuck he's doing this. He ain't got no house, he got nothing. He got 4 youths and he calm. And I'm like, well,
I'm speaking more to the point that like about black men having money.
Yeah,
more so. Because it is. Generally, having children is expensive. But I do like to hear people that come from where we come from say, I like light flexes. Like, I like hearing a man say,
yeah,
not like, you don't have to say it out and do all of that, but just in casual conversation, oh yeah, I spent X amount on this mattress. I'm like, you spent what on that?
I love it here. I love it more when I hear it in music, and I never saw the Instagram post. So on Bashi's album, when he speaks about him and Kano going to buy
the Range Rovers, yeah,
and he wishes his relative was here to see it. I'm just like, oh my god. Like,
but yeah,
it's true. I can't lie. I'm a person that do love. I love that. Yeah. When I see the man that are getting money, it inspires me. It makes me very happy. Lit. But just from a safety perspective, I'm such a. If I was his advisor, I would tell Stormzy this. If I was Stormzy's advisor, I would say this to Stormzy. Stormzy, this is a lot of money. But let me tell you something. In 10 years' time, if we look back on this and we go, oh my God, that was bad. The only person it was bad for is you.
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone else got paid in the quiet. They don't know their names.
You're right. Fact.
They don't give a shit. Their whole thing is get this over the line. And they've made bread. And it allows them to put them in a better position to go and negotiate maybe even a bigger deal than that.
Facts.
With you got to deal with all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get some money.
For ages.
And yeah, you get some money, but the subject matter is so mad. God forbid, touch wood, I'm praying. If all the Palestinians gone, trust me, my guy, this doesn't look good for you. Because they're going to look at it and they're going to say, but you said free Palestine, then you deleted the post and then you did this. And it's like, you're better off keeping the post of free Palestine and the McDonald's there and justifying it with they bought back the fucking franchises.
Yeah.
Not deleting the post. And whoever told you to do that...
Apparently that had been archived time ago, though.
What's that?
That Palestine post.
Yeah, but you said it.
Yeah, facts.
Don't you understand? Whoever you're...
It needed to at least both... Whether it was archived or not, it needed to still be there at least. But that's my point as well. My point more so is that I'm kind of surprised that the team didn't think about how to optically roll this one out.
Why are you surprised? And this is no disrespect to the team, because I'm not surprised.
I can't say why. I can't actually say why.
Oh, you cannot say why?
I can't say why.
I thought you meant
surprised.
like you genuinely can't say. You can't say. Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by it though, and that's no disrespect to the team. That's nothing to do with anything. I don't know anyone. I don't know anything. I just see the end product, and the consistent end products. This doesn't look out of place, but it shouldn't have happened.
Mm-hmm.
But when you take a look at where it was leading, for me, it was just a matter of time. Because my biggest problem, my only problem with the product of Stormzy, everything outside of the music feels like it's for us. So if the biggest thing you use to promote everything doesn't feel like it's for us, then that McDonald's meal feels about right. Come on, if you do Vossi Bob, you can surely have a McDonald's meal. But if you take a look at some of the other joints Stormzy could do, if you take a look at the things that he does in a real life, this doesn't fit with McDonald's when you're opening schools in the hood. You got this little football thing in the hood helping the man them. You're doing football, you know, like keep fit. Football, I've gone there, I've played. The facilities are crazy. When you take a look at how he keeps fit, my man inspires me to go gym. Then I go there, I look at people like Chuckie and them like I say, oh fuck, they're going on, man. So like, he is doing things that in everyday life, your community is inspired to be a part of. McDonald's is not a part of that. But if you get 4.5 million...
Well, it's different. And also, it could have been a salad. It could have been. I know you man are like running joke about it, but they do a salad. So I'm saying, if it was a salad, a Stormzy salad meal, along with, because that's not even really the biggest thing.
The Stormzy salad meal?
Yes. Yeah.
I think any kind of...
But let me just finish. Because that's not even the main thing. The main thing is the optics of what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm essentially saying, yeah, you know what? Obviously, bread on the table, whatever else. There are these conversations about, obviously, McDonald's being an American company, it's a franchise, whatever. McDonald's in Israel, the franchises over there was giving out McDonald's to the soldiers, all this type of stuff. These lot have bought back the McDonald's and all of that. This is all information, by the way, that I found out later on down the line. It's all there. I found it out later on down the line. It's like, surely there's a way where you're sitting in the office and you're saying to yourself, or in your yard, you're saying to yourself, this is a lot of bread. The optics look bad, but this is a lot of bread.
But that might be the last big trick you get.
How do we roll this out in a way where we give an element of information to make people understand that maybe it might not be the way that people are going to have their opinion regardless. But is there something that we can give and feed so that it doesn't look so bad optically? For me, because there was nothing and it was just the ad, it just came out, and then you also add the fact that regardless of whether it was archived or not, it was said that.
You said it.
Saying?
In fact, it was point number one as well.
Huh?
You had a list of points, and point number one was free Palestine.
Yeah. And also, you know, like we naturally know, like, you know, he's never been shy to stand up for things and people and whatever. It just didn't look the greatest. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, it should have been a salad.
Time will tell, man. Time will tell like it had a mouth. I would speak to any one artist and I would just say, or any person that's doing this, and I would just say, remember the people in your team, boy, if this all goes tits up,
it's you.
It's you by yourself, my brother. So when you take these, and this is one thing as well. I watched Billy the Goat with Krypton Conan. Shout out Krypton Conan. Love seeing you not take yourself so serious on that. Billy the Goat, I absolutely loved it. And Billy the Goat was just asking about certain things, and then one time they brought up the Yoruba bar. Yoruba! When Crep says on that song, You robber.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bar,
Yeah.
you know, we didn't particularly love ourselves. We used to take the piss out of it on Filthy Fellas. And, you know, Billy brings it up to him. And then Conan's point is, oh, well, I'm going to say to a guy who says anything, yeah, if you can't rap, if come booth and show me you can do it better. And then Billy was like, big man, that's like going to the restaurant, eating the food, and then complaining, they go, come in the kitchen and do it better.
Right then.
It's not that.
Yes.
So when I take a look at this decision business-wise for Stormzy, I say it's a lot of money for me, but there's someone's job to go and get you a lot of money. Yeah. Go and get that lot of money elsewhere. Yeah. If you're Stormzy and you're able to get 3.5 million from McDonald's or 4.5 million, sorry, apologies, I believe you can get it somewhere else. I could be completely wrong. I believe you could potentially get 4 deals which accumulates to 4.5 million. But I believe you as Stormzy, with everything that you've done, the position in which you hold, and their muscles, you can gather 4.5 million from somewhere else. I just wish optically you would care about you, because I don't think the people around you care as much as you should care. They don't have to as well, because like I said, they can go and work on the next project tomorrow. So you just got to think to yourself, in 10 years' time, in my story, what does this chapter look like?
And I'll just summarize it by saying, good thing or a bad thing, think about the rollout.
Think about the rollout.
Thanks for listening, everyone. It should have been a salad, but we'll...
You're right, Egypt, you know. You're right, Egypt, you know.